stay on top of your game. You got to be professional all the time. Consistency, as you know, this is probably the third time I said about consistency. Be consistent with everything you do and be professional. I preach that to everybody.
You are now listening to the BV Mobile Apps Podcast. The show is designed to help you grow your mobile app audience and get advice from experts in your industry. Now, here's your host, Sean Garvey.
What's going on, everybody? It is the architect here, Sean Garvey, with the BV Mobile Apps Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. And I want you all to stay tuned because towards the end of the program, we're going to give you some information to learn more about BV Mobile Apps. Right now on the telephone lines, we have the founder of the Nerve DJs. He's been in the business for over 40 years. You heard me correctly. He has been in the business as a DJ for 40 years. And he founded the Nerve DJs, which was established by 4 prominent disc jockeys in Cleveland, Ohio. And he is here to talk about not only his BV Mobile app and his partnership with BV Mobile, but he is here to give expert advice on how you can build and create your own DJ coalition. On the telephone lines with me right here on the BV Mobile Apps Podcast is the one and only founder of the Nerve DJs, DJ Johnny O. In the studio, but via phone. DJ Johnny O, what's going on, man?
You good? How you doing, Sean?
Hey, I'm good, man. I am extra happy that you took time out of your busy schedule to speak to myself, yours truly, and to our listeners listening to the BV Mobile Apps Podcast. And I have so many questions to ask you, but let's start off with DJ Johnny O creating what is now known as the Nerve DJs, iconic DJ coalition. What was the purpose of you creating this iconic coalition and put it together?
Well, the reason we created Nerve DJs was I was banned from the record pool in Cleveland because they said I wasn't DJing in clubs anymore. Mm-hmm. So I walked into a construction meeting because my day job was construction. And the guy said, "You're Johnny O, right?" I said, "Yeah, I'm Johnny O. How you doing?" He said, "When we get a break, I want to talk to you. I want to show you something." So the break came up. We went outside, and he said, "Hey, I want to show you how you can download your music while you sleep." This was early spring of 2002. So he caught my attention because I was taking the long downloads from AOL and everything like that. So we went outside and he showed me, he said, "This is what I do. You go on the file I give you, the link I gave you, you click the folder, you copy it, and then you paste it to your hard drive." So he said, "Here's my address, come by and I'll show you." So I went by his house and he showed me what turned out to be a FTP. So we took the FTP and put a bunch of music in it, you clicked it, and you copied it to your hard drive. It took about 8 hours to download 100 megabytes, maybe more, not even 100 megabytes, but we was on dial-up at the time. And we went from there, and I said, "Man, I can have every DJ in Cleveland get music from here." I said, "Let's start a business." So eventually, me, him, and the 2 other DJs that he already had working with, we came up with a coalition that, well, it wasn't even a coalition. We were just servicing music to DJs in Cleveland. Get the artists, they pay us a small fee, we get their music to the DJs. And we were just an MP3 pool, that's what we was calling ourselves at first. And we came up with the name of Nerve, and what it technically stood for was Northeast Regional Vinyl Ensemble, which was created by DJ Quest, rest in peace, but because he died a year ago. So DJ Quest 95 is the one that came up with the name Nerve. And he wanted to call it, the Northeast Regional Vinyl Ensemble. I said, "No, this can be bigger than just our Northeast Ohio." I said, "This thing can go worldwide." So we went from the 4 DJs to over 90 DJs paying $30 a month to get the artist music. And that was in 2002. And we officially incorporated our name and everything in June of 2003, the following year. So we had over 90 DJs, so the money was coming in, the artist was paying money, and And that's where we're at now. We went from an MP3 pool to everybody just calling us a coalition because we had DJs from every coalition, every DJ crew in Ohio, Michigan, Indiana getting music from our pool. So that's how we evolved into a coalition, because a coalition is a group of different organizations coming together. Mm-hmm. And here we are right now.
Let's talk about the challenges of keeping a coalition running. What were some of the challenges that you and the other members of Nerve DJ came across when running a successful coalition for so long?
The first challenge that I ran into that really affected the bottom line was like we were charging $30 a month. There were so many other brands that were popping up, and they were charging $10, $15, $19, $20. So a lot of our DJs was leaving us and just going to the other services to get their music. So they stopped paying. So I told my partner, DJ Dizzy D, I said, we have to stop charging the DJs and just charge the artists to get their music to the DJ. Mm-hmm. So 2005, we went totally free for all DJs. All you had to do was rate the music, and then you can download it from the website. And that's how we started that. So, the artists would pay us to put their music on our MP3 pool. Mm-hmm. DJs, in order to get it, they could play it, listen to it. If they liked it, they downloaded it. If they didn't, they left their comments, and they kept on moving. But the artists got their feedback, and they got their music heard by the DJs.
Let's talk about the value to a DJ. Like, what's the value to a DJ if they join the Nerve DJs?
Well, the first value was they was getting all their music virus free, because at the time a lot of sites was out there and they were filling their files with spyware and stuff. So we got they got all their music virus free. They got a beat per minute. All the ID3 tags were completed and right. The cover artwork was attached. Clean, dirty, instrumental, whatever the artist or the record labels provided us. That was one of the major things. And they also just didn't get singles. We provided albums, full albums, when the labels provided them to us. We also did product testing of new equipment. We were the first DJ coalition to test the Rain. I think it was the Rain TTM 57 when it first came out. Rain even sent DJ Jazzy J from New York City to showcase it. I think that was 2007, I believe. So we got a lot of product testing, music first on air. They got to be able to blow their names up a little bigger because they belong to a legitimate coalition.
Now, for those who are just tuning in, we are talking to the great DJ Johnny O, founder of the Nerve DJs, right here on the BV Mobile Apps podcast with Sean Garvey, yours truly, the architect. And you all have this motto. I want to put a bookmark in what we're talking about with the coalition. I want to put a bookmark in it for 1 second and go back to the Nerve DJs motto, which is, we break your tracks, not your stacks. And that is such a catchy motto right there. Explain to us the science behind that phrase, and what is it that you all stand behind that phrase?
I created the phrase because we was looking for a model that would stand the test of time. So came up with it because a lot of the other websites had free, low cost memberships for the DJs, but they were charging the artists thousands of dollars to put their music up for the DJs. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, well, I pay all that money to get your tracks broken. And I said, we break your tracks, not your stacks. So you can get your money distributed to 300-400 DJs for as little as $50.
Wow.
And that's how I came up with we break your tracks, not your stacks.
You used to intern over at Sony Music and then later on with Def Jam from 92 all the way up to 96. As an intern for those two major labels at the time, what were some of the things that you experienced working in that field as a DJ?
Oh, my God. I met everybody. And I was the top DJ in Cleveland, Ohio in the 80s and 90s. Everything that came through the city came through me first. We had all of the record labels, and it was a little city called Independence, about 7 miles south of Cleveland, where all the labels were at, on one strip. So with me interning over at Sony, and then eventually going over to Def Jam, hired by Russell Simmons himself, it gave me all opportunities. And I also worked with Warner Electric in Atlantic. And so it gave me all access to all the music and artists coming out first. I got my hands on everything. I broke records in the clubs before artists was even known, because they would bring it and send it to Johnny O. Send it to Johnny O, let him get it. He rocks it out. And I also had a magazine at the time called It's a Rap Magazine.
Okay.
It was a free magazine that me and my partner Wild C put out. And we started in 1988. We ran it to like 97. Had all the major label contacts because, like I said, I was interning at Sony and WIA. Then I went on to work for Def Jam. We was the first official I was on the first official Def Jam street team with Kevin Loud and a bunch of other people. So, those are my record label days.
Now, what advice can you give to people who want to intern at a record label? It's not too many major record labels around these days. There's only independent ones. But for those that want to intern at an independent record label or any kind of label that is still out there, what advice can you give to young interns that want to get their foot in the door?
Reach out to the people and stay consistent. If they notice you in the streets doing work, they definitely going to run to you anyway because they need that street flavor. So you got to, I tell everybody, consistency is the key to success. So be consistent, be honest about what you're doing, and do it the right way. They will take notice to you.
Okay. All right. So
I think it's still a bunch of majors out here. You just don't, you can't just drive down the street in every city now like you used to 20, 25 years ago and run into a label and say, hey, how can I work with y'all?
Right.
Everything now is on the internet,
It is so amazing how the game has changed because everything is digital now. It didn't look like this 20, 30 years ago, obviously, but there's nothing wrong with progress, right?
Exactly. Yeah, progress is good.
Okay.
Look at it, how we went from carrying 10 to 15 crates of records to a laptop and a hard drive.
Yep. Yep, we came a long way.
So technology definitely freed up space, time to do things, and wow, just go. I can fit my whole entire system in my Buick LaCrosse. That's 2 speakers, 2 subs, 2 turntables, a mixer, and 10 terabytes of music and videos when I go DJ.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's a lot. Yeah.
So let's go further. We were talking a little bit about the Art of DJ Coalition. Of course, Nerve DJs is a coalition within itself. And for someone that's on the outside looking in, looking at your movement, what does it take for a DJ to be a part of the Nerve DJs?
I think we were the first coalition to accept DJs that only play on radio. Not just a mix show DJ, but I'm talking about just a DJ that's an on-air personality. So, like Tony Neal and them had the core DJs, they had most of the mix show DJs, but nobody was taking the DJs on the mix show, the on-air personalities in. So we started accepting all DJs. If you play music for somebody to listen to, we took you in and said, become a part of the Nerve DJs. And then you had all these internet stations popping up, and we went from 300 DJs to 3,000 DJs in about 10 years.
Wow. That's a huge number.
Now, today, we still get a lot of internet station on-air personalities that need to find their music. They need to find virus-free music, and they don't need to go searching all over the place. So, boom, you got a free MP3 pool. All you got to do is play our music and rate and comment. That's how we grew up so fast. Numbers from the 4 DJs, the original 4 DJs, to It's closer to 5,000 now, and our 16-year anniversary is this September. So here in Cleveland, so 16 years from 4 DJs to close to 5,000.
And that is such a perfect segue into the next thing I wanted to bring to our listeners' attention. You all do an annual conference in Cleveland in celebration of the coalition Nerve DJs. And I can only imagine what this conference is like annually. Well, what's the benefit of going to the Nerve DJs conference in Cleveland, Ohio?
2013, we brought in Sway Calloway and the Sway in the Morning show. We brought in record label people. 2014, we brought in Rail Carter, brought in S. Dot from Sirius Radio. Every year we keep bringing in these big record label and radio people to, so artists can showcase in front of them that sign deals or make deals happen or make real radio happen.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the main thing. And we get anywhere from 30 to 40 acts perform. It's an all-day, it's a 3-day event. We start on a Friday with a welcome to the CLE party. We have several showcases on Friday night at whatever venue we're holding it at. Then Saturday we do a producer series in the morning and a producer's brunch. And then we go into the conference and showcase that evening or early afternoon, and we finish about midnight. Then we do an after party, and then we wake up Sunday morning and do an R&B brunch.
Wow.
And so we showcase everybody. We get not just hip-hop and rap, but R&B, gospel. This year we're in talks right now with Bungalow Records to become an official sponsor and join our team. 500-600 people was, I think, closer to 600 people at last year's event, and it was free to everybody who came in. So
I have to be a part of that conference. Just by you illustrating to me what it's like, I can already vision it in my head. Nothing but great music all night, and then you all do it the next day, and a positive, energetic type of vibe where you all are bringing people together in unity, and also it's a great way for people to come out and network with each other. Yeah.
That's the main reason is the networking. Come in and network with the people you not going to normally see in Cleveland, Ohio. Or you listen to them on the radio every day, but you can't get a hold of them. Here they are. When we brought Sway in, I think we had 700 people at that conference, and it was great turnouts. Mm-hmm. And we also award DJs a Legends Award. So any DJs, not any DJ, but DJs that I handpick who have been in the industry and are continuing in the industry, I show them some recognition, and I give them a gold or a platinum plaque. So from 25 to 30 years, you get a gold plaque, 12-inch plaque with your name and picture on it, all your information, how long you've been DJing. And it's 30 year and above, you get a platinum plaque. It's really nice. So this year we're going to award 16. This is our 16th anniversary. So I'll handpick 16 DJs with those 25 to 30 plus years in the service and are still currently DJing, receive their award.
You've been in the game for 40 years. You started this coalition with 3 other members, 3 other disc jockeys. You traveled from state to state, city to city, country to country, continent to continent. You've done so much, and you've also practiced economic empowerment to the community, to to people, and you've also have partnerships with a lot of industry giants in the industry, from Monster Products to Staten, Pioneer, a lot of recognizable services. And not only that, but you have a huge partnership with BV Mobile.
Yes.
It is so incredible. This is an amazing journey. Like, what inspires you to keep going with where you at in your career as a DJ?
Well, as long as them records are spinning, I'm going to be out here trying to win. I help other people win. That's the main thing. Is helping others win and get the knowledge. And with BV Mobile Apps, when I met them 4 or 5 years ago in Charlotte, as soon as they told me about it, I was interested. I said, I need to be part of this, right? We got to get one for Nerve DJs. Let's do it. And the partnership's been blooming ever since. There's a great access to us. And I send a lot of people, I say, well, if you want to hear the music we're promoting right now, go to our BV Mobile app and get you an app made. And why are you doing that? You artists, you don't have an app? Here, call my people at BV Mobile app and let them design you an app real quick so you can get out there. Because you don't have a website, you don't have nothing. I said, get this mobile app. It's like a website, everything in one. You can have your music streaming all day. You can have your interviews. You can upload your videos. This is all you need. But so the day I met Gerald and Marshall, we were connected. So I believe in definitely helping my brothers and sisters as much as I can. When we connected, they really helped us out. Because that app was a tremendous asset to us. So I'm glad they were there at the Fleet DJs event. That's where I met them at, about 5 years ago.
I want to ask you this quick question regarding marketing outside of BV Mobile. How do you market your product? How do you market your product, the coalition DJs, the DJ coalition with Nerve DJs? How do you go about marketing?
Oh, man, social media, emails, text message, talking to people. So I get probably 20 to 30 calls a day. Text messages probably 30 to 40 a day. The main thing is, the internet, the web, it keeps things going. It keeps me out there. It keeps me in front of people. So we advertise, at our events that we do. That's another way we advertise. I advertise in other magazines as well because, like I said, I believe in sharing the wealth with my brothers and sisters out here in business, and I'll pay them money. I don't say, hey, can I get a discount? Here's just how much it costs. Okay, here's the money. Put me on, put me in. Let's go.
Wow. Paying it forward, that's what it's all about. And
yes, sir. Yeah, pay it forward.
Really quick, let's talk about the BV Mobile app. You have an app of your own, of course, with Nerve DJs, and we mentioned this a few times throughout the podcast that you have a huge partnership with BV Mobile. So how can people get the app, and what can they look for when our listeners go and download the app today?
Wow, I mean, quality, they get you up and running quickly. Oh my God, it's easy. So many people are not qualified to build a mobile app. So having a friend like BV Mobile Apps on your side to get your product out there and kept running for you, since a lot of people don't know nothing about building apps, BV Mobile Apps really helped us out. And they helped a lot of our DJs that are those type of people who never even opened a computer sometimes. And now they're out here, boom, they're running their mobile apps, they're running stores on them, their radio stations, their stories, their videos, and man, great partner, BV Mobile Apps. I'm glad I met them guys. I'm glad I went to the Fleet DJs conference that year. I almost didn't go, but we gave awards away, so I had to be there. So, and it was a great meeting, and we've been there ever since. As a matter of fact, Marshall has been to several of our conferences the last few years. Marshall and Gerald, excuse me.
Yeah. Okay.
So we gotta get you up here this year.
Yes, I am looking forward to it. Matter of fact, I'm getting with my assistant to plan my schedule this year,
right,
to make it a point to be a part of your movement.
Well, can I make an announcement of our first, one of our first confirmed guests? Our first confirmed guest is Jacquay from Love and Hip Hop this year.
Okay, that deserves a round of applause right there.
Yeah, Jacquay on our South by Southwest 4 years ago, and he was actually just in the audience. He came with a friend, and he like, man, let's get Jacquay on stage. I'm like, why is he here? He said, no, he good. He'll rock out. And he got up there and rocked out. And Nerve DJs has been pushing him ever since. So pushed him to his career.
Wow, that's incredible.
He's the first confirmed. We're waiting on Waka Flocka to confirm because he did say he wanted to be here. So I'm gonna confirm with him and some heavy duty radio people and record label people. Those will all be confirmed in the next 3 to 4 weeks.
Yes, you're gonna have some heavy hitters right there.
Yes, sir. And you'll be one. We're gonna put you on the panel too, sir.
Okay. Yes, sir. Now what advice can you give to up and coming DJs that are listening to the BV Mobile Apps podcast with you on the show?
Stay on top of your game. You got to be professional all the time. Consistency, as you know, this is probably the third time I said about consistency. Be consistent with everything you do, and be professional. I preach that to everybody. Mm-hmm. You know, for a long time, the DJs in Cleveland weren't working together, and I just let it go because they all wanted to go on their own and do things. And now, me and my partner DJ Ellery and I have brought everybody back together, and we're doing things on bigger levels, and everybody's making more money, growing their brands, and it's a great thing. So stay consistent. Don't be afraid to take a chance. A lot of these artists, a lot of the older DJs don't even want to try it, but we got it now where some of the older DJs in our clique, are breaking these artists. Mm-hmm. One of our DJs is DJ Darrell from the Migos. So, his father and I grew up DJing together. His son is one of the biggest producers out here with the biggest group out here going all over the world. He just called me the other day from Israel saying, thanks, Big O. Appreciate everything you've done for me. So, consistent, professional, and on time. Be ahead of time, not on time. And brand yourself. And make sure you get a BV mobile app if you don't have one. And if you're a Nerve DJ, you can use our discount.
You hear that? You hear that?
Call me if you need your discount.
Okay, and how can people get in contact with you to get that discount or to get more information about the
code for the discount? Right. I'm DJ Johnny O at DJ Johnny O on all social media formats: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud is Nerve DJs. It's either Nerve DJs, DJ Johnny O. We'll get you in contact with me, or my direct number is 434-637-8357. NerveDJsMixtapes.com, or look for us on the BV mobile app platform under Nerve DJs. You can catch me anywhere. You can throw a smoke signal up in the air, and somebody gonna say, "Hey, Johnny, they looking for you over on the south side of Atlanta, Georgia." And my phone number's been the same for 23 years.
Okay, hasn't changed.
I ain't running from nobody. I don't owe nobody.
Okay, give out the number one more time.
434-637-8357.
All right.
That's my direct line. Yes, sir. Thank you, Sean.
For more information, or if you have questions and feedback about our podcast today, make sure you shoot us an email to podcast@bvmobileapps.com. That's podcast@bvmobileapps.com. And you can go to bvmobileapps.com for more information. Follow me on all your social media at Sean Garvey on Facebook, Sean Garvey ATL on Twitter and on Instagram. Until then, we will talk to you all later. And thank you so much for tuning in to the BV Mobile Apps podcast. Peace.
It's a new year. It's a new day. We're starting it over. Starting the day.
you for listening to the BV Mobile Apps Podcast with your host, Sean Garvey. For more information about BV Mobile Apps, visit the website, bvmobileapps.com. Don't forget to follow BV Mobile Apps on social media at BV Mobile Apps. Tune in again next time on the BV Mobile Apps Podcast.